All right, guys, we are back with the Owning Your Stage Success series. So, number one, again, following your intuition. So, like I said, I already have a video on this. You can go check it out. Um, why? Why is it so important? So, one, dialing into your intuition allows you to create mindfulness and intention, because to listen to your intuition, you have to quiet everything in your surroundings and you have to tap into your heart center, because that's where your intuition and in your gut lies. It's this inner knowing, or this inner compass. And when you switch that on, you start to let go of the people, places, things, the stories, the expectations, the plan, the rigidity, and you follow what feels right. And when you do this, you create more flow in your life, but you also surrender to the fact that, like, you don't need to necessarily have everything planned out, because for great things to happen, we don't need to know the how. We don't need to have that plan. Okay, like, I'm going to go this, I'm going to take this in school, and then I'm going to do this, and then this, because life doesn't always have a plan. Things happen, and when we get really attached to that plan, it can create a lot of like rigidity in things. And when you start to understand that you have this goal, but you don't know how it's going to happen, but you're just going to keep tapping into your inner knowing and keep going, it allows the universe to bring you things, because sometimes what we think we want, we don't actually want, or the universe has something bigger or better for us. So tapping into your intuition is so important in creating success in your life, because it allows you to show up at that coffee shop where you might bump into someone and meet the love of your life, where you may go left and not right, and a huge job opportunity lies for you, or you don't get that dream house that you want, but a month later you're driving by someone and you see a for sale sign and you go in and it's like the best possible thing at a better price for you. So when you, oh, my heart's pounding right now. When you start doing this, it creates more flow and it allows the universe to show up and meet you halfway, which I think is a very beautiful thing. And it creates more ease. We have this concept in our head that we have to really grind things out and struggle and, yeah, like, get it done, like, hustle. But we don't. That's a belief system, and you need to be able to put that belief system down. So when you do that and you tap more into what you really want intuitively from your heart space, it's a game changer. Like, maybe you don't want to sign these deals with this company because your intuition is saying something different, even though it might logically make sense. On paper, it makes sense, but intuitively, it doesn't. And every time you follow logic, sometimes it might work out, but sometimes it might not. But every single time you follow your intuition, it always works out. There's always something better. And the more you tap into that, the more you tap into that knowing, the more you are exactly where you need to be in life. And I'm not saying if you follow logic, you're not. I'm just saying, like, following your intuition creates more flow. It creates this inner knowing. It is an easier way to address life and look at things, and it can bring opportunities to you in a way that you wouldn't expect. And maybe there's some back road detour because you have to learn some things along the way, and I'm not saying you're not going to stumble or fall, but It's what kind of creates that magic and that miracle. And when you always use your intuition, you're always tapping into your heart space, which fuels that passion and that fire. And it creates mindfulness and it creates intention. And when you start leading your business, your relationships, your life, your family life, your health from a very mindset, intentional, intuitive way, big things will happen for you. And it happens with ease and with grace. And you let go of a lot of ego and rigid thinking. One of my favorite sayings from one of my teachers recently was, logic doesn't belong with healing. Because sometimes when I enter this space with someone, I'm right in my practice right now, when I enter this space with someone, we don't scientifically know everything that happens in the body for the healing process. We like to think that we do, but we don't. There's so many layers and levels of health and life that we don't understand, and we don't need to understand it. And the moment you put that down, it opens up your world to allow things to come in a much more fluid place. It allows you to surrender and let go of things that you might not know. And that's when that's when miracles and magic happen. So that is why number 1 is follow your intuition. And yeah, that's what I have to say about it. It's so beautiful. Once you start doing it, you might not know why, you might not have the understanding. Like, I've created programs where they haven't necessarily been extremely successful right off the hop, but I'm still using my intuition, and I'm launching it when my intuition says that I need to launch it. And I'm creating partnerships with where my intuition is saying, like, go do this because that person has something for you. And I'm following it. I'm following the path. And it's not once steered me wrong. Like, I'm learning the lessons that I need to. I'm addressing the fears when I need to. It's a beautiful process, and it takes a little bit of time. It takes some healing and more understanding, but it creates a lot more peace and happiness with your practice, with your business, with your relationships, with all avenues of your life. So, number 1, rule to success, follow your intuition. Bye, guys. I'll see you later.